In a world that hums with restless energy, where screens flicker with promises of happiness and schedules pull us in 1,000 directions, we often find ourselves chasing something we cannot name. It's a fleeting thrill, a new job, a fleeting moment of applause, a number on a screen that measures our worth. Yet, the more we chase, the emptier we feel. This is the ache of dukkha. As the Buddha taught, the suffering born of clinging to what cannot last. Imagine a weary traveler running toward a mirage in the desert, only to find sand slipping through their fingers. So it is with our endless pursuits. What if peace isn't found in grasping more, but in letting go? What if the shelter we seek lies not in the world outside, but in the quiet spaces within? Picture a still lake, its surface undisturbed, reflecting the vast sky above. That clarity is what we seek, a mind untroubled, a heart at rest. Today we'll walk together through 10 gentle steps, drawn from timeless wisdom, to release the chase and find the peace that's always been within you. Let's begin with a story, one that whispers of emptiness and the courage to set it free. There was once a woman named Maya, whose days were a whirlwind of ambition and noise. She worked long hours in a city that never slept, her phone buzzing with notifications, her mind racing with plans for tomorrow. Yet at night, when the world grew quiet, she felt a hollow ache, as if all her striving led to a void. One evening, exhausted, she wandered into a small temple tucked between towering buildings. An old monk sat there, pouring tea with a steady hand. Maya poured out her troubles, her endless tasks, her fear of falling behind. The monk smiled and handed her a teacup, filled to the brim, overflowing onto the saucer. "Your mind is like this cup," he said, "too full to hold anything new." Maya frowned, confused. He continued, "You chase what the world tells you to want: success, approval, more. But peace comes when you empty the cup." Over days, Maya returned, learning to sit in silence, to watch her thoughts like clouds passing in the sky. The monk spoke of sunyata, the beauty of emptiness, not a void to fear, but a space where wisdom grows. Maya began to let go of her need to prove herself, of grudges she carried like stones. One morning, as she watched the sunrise, she felt a stillness she hadn't known before. The world hadn't changed, but her heart had. Like Maya, we all carry overflowing cups cluttered with worries, regrets, or endless wants. To find peace, we must first make space, releasing what no longer serves us. Try this. Sit for 5 minutes today, notice one thought you can let go, and feel the lightness that follows. Think of a mountain lake, its surface so still, it mirrors the heavens above. There's an old proverb that says, "Still water reflects the sky." A calm mind mirrors truth. In our modern rush, our minds are like stormy seas, churned by notifications, deadlines, and the weight of comparison. We scroll through lives that seem brighter, bigger, better, and wonder why our own feel lacking. But truth doesn't shout. It whispers in the quiet. The Buddha taught samatha, the practice of calming the mind, to see clearly. When we pause, we find that much of what we chase, likes, status, the perfect image, is a fleeting shadow. To still the mind is to step out of the storm. Try this simple practice. For 5 minutes each day, sit somewhere quiet. Close your eyes and follow your breath. Inhale, exhale, like waves lapping gently at the shore. If thoughts arise, don't fight them. Just return to the breath. This is not about emptying the mind, but about softening its grip. Over time, the need to compare, to chase, begins to fade. You'll see your life not as a race, but as a moment unfolding, complete in itself. The truth is, you are enough just as you are. Let the waters of your mind grow still, and watch the peace that rises when you stop running after what was never yours to hold. There's an old saying, gentle yet profound: an open hand holds nothing yet receives everything. Imagine your hand clenched tight, grasping at things money, approval, control, only to find they slip away or leave you wanting more. The Buddha spoke of anatta, the truth that clinging to a fixed idea of self or possessions creates suffering. In our lives, we often hold on too tightly to old hurts, to the need to be right, to dreams that no longer fit. These are the weights that keep us chasing emptiness. Consider the parent who cannot forgive a slight from years ago, or the worker who stays late every night hoping to prove their worth. What if instead we opened our hands? Letting go doesn't mean losing. It means making room for peace. Try this. Take a journal and write down one thing you're holding on to, a grudge, a fear, a need to be perfect. Name it, then imagine setting it down like a stone you no longer need to carry. Each week, choose one small thing to release. You'll find that an open hand invites unexpected gifts, moments of joy, clarity, connection. When Maya from our story let go of her need to be seen as successful, she discovered the freedom to simply be. So it is with us. Open your hand and let the chase fall away. The breath is a quiet miracle, always there, waiting to anchor us. In the rush of our day's meetings piling up, messages unanswered, the pressure to keep moving, we lose touch with this simple gift. The Buddha taught sati, the art of mindfulness, to bring us back to the present moment. When we chase what's next, a promotion, a new goal, a different life, we're like birds flying toward a horizon that keeps receding. Peace lives here, now, in this breath. Picture a mother juggling work and children, her mind tangled in yesterday's mistakes and tomorrow's worries. If she pauses, breathes deeply, she finds a stillness that holds her steady. You can do this too. Find a quiet moment, maybe in the morning, before the world wakes. Sit comfortably, close your eyes, and breathe in for a count of 4. Hold for 4, then exhale for 6. Feel the air move through you, soft and alive. If your mind wanders to a deadline or a regret, gently bring it back. Just 1 minute of this can shift your heart's rhythm. The present moment is not a place to rush through. It's a home to rest in. By breathing with intention, you stop chasing what's out there and discover that peace has been with you all along, waiting to be noticed. The heart has a quiet language, one that speaks in kindness to others, but first to ourselves. In a world that measures worth by achievements, it's easy to judge ourselves harshly, to feel we're never enough. The Buddha taught metta, loving kindness, a practice that begins with offering compassion to the person we often neglect, ourselves. Imagine a young man staring at his phone, seeing others' perfect lives and feeling small. His inner voice criticizes every misstep. But what if he paused and said, "I am doing my best, and that is enough"? This simple act of kindness changes everything. To practice metta, find a quiet moment. Close your eyes and place a hand on your heart. Silently repeat, "May I be safe. May I be peaceful. May I be kind to myself." Then extend it outward. May others be safe, peaceful, kind. Start with someone you love, then a stranger, even someone who's hurt you. This softens the heart, loosening the grip of comparison and the chase for validation. Try this daily, even for a minute. You'll find the emptiness of self-doubt begins to fade, replaced by a warmth that connects you to others. Compassion is a bridge, not just to those around you, but to the peace within you. Our lives can feel like a crowded room, filled with too many things, possessions, commitments, desires that pull us in every direction. The Buddha spoke of the middle way, a path of balance, neither indulging every want nor denying life's joys. In our modern world, we're surrounded by excess, endless emails, social media feeds, the pressure to say yes to every opportunity. This clutter fuels the chase for more, leaving us drained. Imagine a woman who fills her days with tasks, believing busyness equals worth. Yet, when she simplifies, turns off notifications, clears her desk, says no to one unneeded obligation, she feels lighter. Simplifying isn't about having less. It's about making room for what matters. Try this. Look at your life today. Choose one thing to let go, a subscription you don't use, a meeting that's not essential, or even a habit like checking your phone before bed. Start small, but be intentional. When you create space, you invite clarity. The middle way teaches us that peace comes not from adding, but from choosing wisely. As you declutter your days, you'll find the emptiness you once chased transforms into a quiet fullness, a life aligned with what truly brings you joy. There's a quiet joy in giving, a purpose that lifts us beyond our own small worries. The Buddha spoke of Dharma, the path of living in harmony with truth, often found in serving others. In our chase for meaning through titles, wealth, or likes, we can feel adrift, as if life lacks anchor. But meaning blooms in the simplest acts: a kind word, a helping hand, a moment of presence. Picture a man tired from a long day who stops to listen to a friend's troubles. In that act, he finds a spark of purpose that no paycheck can match. You don't need grand gestures to live this truth. Try this. Each week, do one small act of kindness, help a neighbor, share a meal, or simply smile at a stranger. Notice how it feels, how it shifts the weight of emptiness. When we give without expecting return, we step out of the cycle of chasing and into a life of connection. The Buddhist path reminds us that our deepest fulfillment comes not from what we gain, but from what we offer. In serving others, we discover a purpose that fills the heart, a steady light that guides us through the noise of the world. Nothing lasts forever, not joy, not pain, not the moments we wish to hold or the ones we wish to flee. The Buddha taught Anicca the truth of impermanence, a reminder that all things pass, like clouds across the sky. In our modern lives, we fight this truth, clinging to youth, success, or certainty, fearing their loss. This struggle fuels our chase for what cannot stay. Imagine a woman grieving a job she loved, now gone. She replays what was, resisting the present. But when she accepts that change is life's rhythm, she finds freedom to step forward. Embracing impermanence doesn't mean giving up. It means trusting the flow of life. Try this. Think of one worry that grips you, perhaps a fear of failure or a loss that lingers. Write it down, then ask, will this matter in a year? In 10? See it as a passing wave, not a permanent weight. When we stop fighting change, we stop chasing what's already slipping away. Anicca teaches us to meet each moment with grace, knowing it's fleeting yet complete. In this acceptance, we find a peace that doesn't depend on holding tight, but on moving gently with the current of life. The heart has a way of finding light, even in the ordinary, when we turn it toward gratitude. The Buddha's teachings remind us to see the abundance already present each breath, each small kindness, each moment we're alive. In our chase for more success, more recognition, we often overlook what we have, feeling empty despite our gains. Picture a father, weary from striving, who begins each night by naming 3 things he's thankful for: his child's laughter, a warm meal, the quiet of dusk. Slowly, his world shifts from lack to fullness. Gratitude is not about ignoring hardship. It's about seeing the good woven into it. Try this. Before you sleep, write down 3 things that brought you joy or comfort today. No matter how small, a kind word, a moment of rest, the taste of your morning tea. Let them sink in. Over time, this practice rewires the heart, turning your gaze from what's missing to what's here. The Buddhist path shows us that gratitude is a gentle rebellion against emptiness, a way to find peace by cherishing what already is. As you name these gifts, you'll feel the chase soften, replaced by a quiet sense of enough. Deep within you lies a quiet wisdom, a voice that knows your truth beneath the clamor of the world. The Buddha taught vipassana, the practice of looking inward to see clearly, to trust the path your heart already knows. In our rush to follow trends, seek approval, or match others' pace, we lose this inner compass, chasing shadows that lead nowhere. Imagine a young woman overwhelmed by choices, career, relationships, who she should be. She sits in silence asking, "What matters to me?" In that pause, she finds clarity, not from others' voices, but from her own. You can do this too. Set aside a moment each week to reflect. Ask, what do I value? What feels true? Write your thoughts, or simply sit with them. This isn't about finding quick answers, but about trusting the journey within. The noise of the world, its demands, its judgments fades when you listen to yourself. Vipassana reminds us that peace comes not from chasing external maps, but from walking your own path, step by step. As you trust this inner guide, the emptiness of doubt gives way to a steady strength, a knowing that you're exactly where you need to be. Let's return to Maya, the woman who once carried an overflowing cup, chasing a life that left her hollow. Now she moves differently, slower, lighter. She breathes with the morning, offers kindness to herself and others, and finds joy in the small moments, the warmth of her tea, the sound of a friend's voice. She's learned that peace isn't a destination to chase, but a way of being, built through simple, intentional steps. Each of the 10 ways we've explored, emptying the mind, stilling the heart, letting go, breathing deeply, offering compassion, simplifying desires, serving others, embracing change, practicing gratitude, and trusting your inner truth as a thread in this tapestry of calm. The Buddha's wisdom, woven through these practices, shows us that emptiness isn't a void to fear, but a space to fill with meaning. You don't need to change your life overnight. Start with one step, a breath, a kind thought, a moment of letting go. Each choice is a seed, growing into a life of balance and purpose. The world will keep buzzing, but you can choose to pause, to live fully in this moment. So tonight, as you rest, ask yourself, what's one small step I can take toward peace? Let that question guide you, one story, one truth, one moment at a time.